It's an election year in America, that special time when it briefly becomes our civic responsibility to have opinions on things and ritualistically bombard each other with them. And while I take a sort of devout pride in that process, that's not really my intention here, because this is Email Friday. So, for the purposes of making sure this video is about the email, we're going to be talking about the hypothetical campaign emails from two hypothetical candidates. We'll use Kang and Kodos. But first,
Email of the week.
Email of the week this week goes to Litmus. I'm not giving this out specifically for the design, although it is very nice, so I'll leave it scrolling. This is mostly a ruse to talk about the announcement from their email design conference this week and what it means for you. But this fireworks animation is pretty boss too. So the short version of the announcement is this. Outlook and Litmus are partnering up to provide some semblance of communication channel between email designers and inbox providers. Right now, inbox providers just means Outlook, but it's definitely a start. For our main topic this week, we're talking about political emails. The first thing you need to know about political emails is don't ever do the things you see in political emails. No joke. I've seen political emails where the second half is literally the same as the first half, just repeated. And like Barack Obama's famous email with the subject line, "Hey," only works if the from line also says Barack Obama. And even then, I have to say it was a little misleading. For starters, let's talk about email capture. If you've ever visited a campaign site, you can see they're built for two purposes: get your email and solicit a donation. One is almost as good as the other because, as we'll discuss later, you'll be receiving near constant solicitations from now until basically forever. So, you'll see campaigns doing all sorts of flips and twists to get your email address. As such, it seems unlikely that the first email you get from that campaign is going to be one asking you to confirm your subscription, or what we would call a double opt-in. The war of single versus double opt-in is as old as time itself, or, time ever since the marginal cost of communications is plummeted. Anyways, the debate is something that cuts to the moral core of any marketer. Is it better to tread lightly and play it safe, or act aggressively using tactics that you know work, but turn more people off in the process? In some industries, this is answered by your legal team. They usually advise the safe one. In others, it can be a projection of your values as a company. Are you ruthless, ambitious, efficient, thoughtful, respectful, relaxed? All of these kind of roll into how you want your brand perceived. I would also offer a compromise of sorts. Depending on how you manage your subscriptions, you might have the option to simply remove someone from your mailing list. This leaves the option open of them later wanting to subscribe. This is especially important if you're managing unsubscribes at the ESP level, or if you manage your mailing list and transactional emails in the same place. Visually, this just looks like a simple no thanks link, probably a text link so you don't discourage any unintentional clicks, and then you can couple it with a CTA with a positive action that isn't necessarily required, like a link to your archives or a greatest hits tag on your blog or something. Whether you end up with a single opt-in, double opt-in, or my one-in, one-out hybrid method should also be informed by your email frequency. For the same 28-day period, Kang and Kodos had two very different strategies. Kodos sent 19 emails, or just a hair above 2 emails every 3 days. In political campaign terms, this is pretty gentle. Again, don't be like political campaigns. Kang sent 45, or about 1.6 emails per day, a whole email per day more. This means that Kang was more likely to encounter deliverability issues, requiring more total email addresses to maintain comparable growth, which means more overall money spent, and probably also more overall money raised. So volume is the prime metric. Kang would obviously want to reduce sign-up friction as much as possible with the slim, single opt-in to keep those email addresses flowing. Kodos, by contrast, would want to be more efficient, making sure nobody's on the list that's never going to donate, only run up costs. This means the double opt-in or a more involved sign-up process like a box that is unchecked by default is the best way to go. So the question here really isn't, are you a Kang or are you a Kodos? Because remember, don't be like political campaigns. The question is, what is your relationship to your subscribers, and what are your goals for the subscriber list as a whole? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment about how many opt-ins is the appropriate number of opt-ins, and sign up for our newsletter at preheader.com.